Guess what? I got a fever, and the only prescription is more whatnot. What is up, everybody? Rich here from Philobox Comics. I am still having a blast buying way too many comic books on Whatnot, and I have not one but two packages to unbox. What's in the box? Plus, I want to go over a few previous good grabs from sellers and a bonehead buy. I've been buying so much that these little boxes of like 2 or 3 or 4 comic books, I just don't have time to videotape everything. I want to keep my list up to date, so I just want to cover some highlights from some previous buys. Of course, I'll let you know who the seller is as well. And you know what? That's enough already. It's time for What's in the Boxes. What's in the Boxes? Comics. All right, first up is a lot from CCD, Charlie Delta 127. I don't know if that means anything. He was running an auction and everything was like $3 each. A lot of it was kind of mid-grade stuff. I was like, you know what? Whatever. And I'm trying to open this a little bit off camera so you guys don't get blasted with packaging and whatnot. No pun intended. Nicely wrapped. Cardboard on the front and back. Always good to see. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, always cut away from yourself. Never towards. Always away. We got one more piece of tape to get to. That's not the best way to hold that. Also, don't hold the knife or any type of cutting tool like a doofus. Because even if you're cutting away, you still might injure yourself. And we don't want that. Alright, I think I'm in. I think I have more tape to cut. One more piece. We get it? We got it. We are in liftoff, my friends. Almost liftoff, my friends. Not quite liftoff, my friends. I'm not going to complain about something being packaged well. That's a good thing. All right, what do we got to cut here? We want to cut away from myself and the books. And I think we are not even close. Might be editing some of this out. All right, we good now? Nope, we're not. All right, my man, I appreciate your packaging everything very nicely. It's not helping my video, but the comic safety, of course, is the most important part. Can I pull this out now? Can I pull it? We got it. We got it. There we go. 5 minutes later. All right. I remember some of these books, and I'm sure there's others I don't remember. I know I got 13. I know what I paid for them. Of course, I'll tell you what I paid for them as at the end. All right. We got it. Let's see what we got. First up, we got Marvel Tales number 10. A little Spidey reprint action. A lot of these Marvel Tales were going for $3 to $4, and I was like, you know what? Maybe I'll start collecting some of the older ones. Pretty nice shape. Believe it or not, one of my friends found Marvel Tales number 1, probably like a 2.0. It was a little beat up, and he got it for like under $1. I was like, dang you. All right, a run I'm working on, and this is a pretty nice copy. This is Jungle Action number 18 with Black Panther. The Epilogue of Death. Actually forgot about this book, so that's cool. I bought this for my uncle. I don't know if this is worth anything. Probably not. Don't care. It's Hello, I'm Johnny Cash. I fell into a rain of fire. This looks like it's from the late 70s, maybe? 1976. It was close. 1 year before I was born. Who knew? Not me. Working on this run, and see a theme here? Black Panther number 2. I actually forgot about this as well, so that's cool. Pretty, actually not bad shape. A little better than expected. Probably like a 5. It's got a few light creases on it, but not too shabby. We got, I just bought this book, and here's another copy. Invaders number 7. This is the first appearance of Baron Blood, and maybe someone else. Actually, it might be a nicer shape than my copy. I'll have to do a little comparison. What I've been doing on Whatnot a lot is if I see a book I have, but maybe in the back of my head, I'm like, yeah, mine might not be in the best of shape, and it's only like $2 or $3, I'm grabbing it. This was a key issue. I already have it, but you know what? I think this was also maybe like $3. Marvel Presents number 3, The Guardians of the Galaxy. I believe this is the first solo Guardians of the Galaxy story. So, there you go. This one's kind of beat. impulse buy at $3. It was a Silver Age store. It's issue 155, but it's seen better days. It's definitely maybe like a 3.0. We got another Marvel Tales. This is number 13. Even though it's not bagged and board, it's a really nice shape. Probably like a 7.0 for grading really fast on the fly. Looks really good. I definitely did not remember buying this. This one's a little rough. Got a spine roll. Pages are slightly tanned, and there's a little bit of chipping on the cover. I'm pretty sure I paid, this is probably one of those $3 or $4 bids. This is Batman number 185, an 80-page giant. I really didn't remember getting that. This was the first book I got with him. Nobody bid on. I said, hey, can you rerun it for $3? It was Master of Kung Fu, annual number 1. Iron Fist makes a guest appearance in that. A little lower grade, like maybe a 4, but you know. I remember getting this. Okay. It's always cool when you pull books and you're like, I remember some of those. Don't remember those. Jungle Action number 24, continuing the Black Panther run. That one's actually in pretty nice shape. We have a couple more books. We have Black Panther number 6. So apparently I did a lot of work on my Black Panther run with this. I really don't remember getting all these Black Panthers, but they're cool. Jack Kirby goodness. Actually the Black Panthers are mostly in nice shape. And last but not least, this is Marvel Tales number 8. It's got a little wear on the cover, but overall, not bad. So let's count the books, because I know I was supposed to have 13. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Everything is there. Nice. All right, these 13 books, $56.58. What do you think? I'm happy with my purchase. A lot of early Bronze Age, a few minor keys. Yeah, mid-grade, but I'm happy with it. Before we do the second box, which is a couple of slabs, I want to go over some hits and maybe a miss. And all these books, as I said before, are part of a bigger purchase from the seller, but I also wanted to highlight the sellers and maybe some good deals I found from various dealers on whatnot. So let's get into it. First up, we've got Bugsy Books. And this is Flash number 135. This is the first appearance of Kid Flash in a yellow costume, and this was $7.44. It's going to be hard to know the exact price on some of these books because they're part of a bigger lot, and I just looked up the price that was in whatnot, and I'm going with that. So first appearance of Kid Flash, pretty nice shape, like a 4.5, maybe a 5. Yeah, sign me up. I love 12-cent books for $3, $4, $5, $6, or 7 apparently in that case if it's a minor key. The next seller is someone you've probably heard on the channel before if you've watched the channel before. DCAS Comics. He was having his regular Sunday night auction, and I only snagged one book. And once you hit a certain shipping point and whatnot, the shipping decreases, then eventually becomes free. And I thought I'd buy a lot, but I only got one. And it was Walking Dead number 9, so single-digit Walking Dead, literally the last single-digit Walking Dead, for $20.37. And I was like, oh man. Still, I think it did good, but I was like, I would like to get a second book to offset the shipping a little bit. Well, it turns out I won the buyer's giveaway that night, or one of the buyer's giveaways. And it's a book I don't have, and literally almost bought the day before the auction. It's X-Men 161. This is a good giving. This is probably like a 90, 92 newsstand. Do they have Directs back? Yeah, Directs were out by this point. Directs came out in 79. I was like, dang, that's a $10, $15 book, right? $20 for these two books? Now I'm really happy. I was happy anyway, but getting the giving, that was pretty cool. All right, up next, this was from Feed the Zeke, and nobody bid on this. And I was already at the free shipping point, and I was like, I'll bid $3 on it. So for $3.19, and it does have a little, it does have a 1-inch tear in the back cover and a chip here and a chip here. I was like, Marvel Premiere number 3 for $3. Sure. And let's see if we can see the chip by my thumb. And then right there in the bottom corner. So maybe like a 3.5. I was like, for $3? Nobody wants to. Okay. Really shows you just how crazy the bidding is on whatnot, where you just don't know what's going to happen. Up next, this was I had two different lots from John Polizos, Polizos. I'll of course put the link down in the comments. First lot was a lot of. I bought multiple lots, so I don't know the exact price. I know the about price. And the first lot was about $4, and I saw this book in it, and I know I needed the book. It's not high grade, it's low grade. better than no grade, but it's Captain America 180. This is the first appearance of No Bad. With that rip or that missing corner and that crease, that's the biggest damage to the book. I'm guessing that's probably a no better than a 3.0. But $4 plus a few other rando books. Yeah, and that's what John does, by the way. Him and his assistant, I think Mike is his name, they'll put up lots of 3 or 4 books, and they'll sell for sometimes like $3 or $4, but you got to keep a keen eye. Like, okay, is there any keys in there? Any books I need? Can I snag a nice little book? And I did with that one, and I thought I did with this one. This was another lot of like 4 books that went for $4, and I saw it get thrown up there quick. There was a book that went up there, this one up there, and then 2 more in front of it. And I was like, I recognize that book. So for $4, we got Fantastic Four, number 211, the first appearance of Terex the Tamer. I already have this book in a newsstand. I'm like, you know what? I'll take one in direct too for $4. Yeah, heck yeah. What a cool book. Probably like, it does have some ticks on the side. None of them break color. So with a press, this easily could get back to near mint. So very happy with that purchase. Up next, I bought kind of a weird book. As you know, that's what we do. We buy weird books. This was from, Comic-Con. Sorry, the Comic-Con. I got a little note here on the side of who I bought the books from, and he was running everything for $2. And I thought this was weird, so I grabbed it. Chilling Adventures in Sorcery, number 4. It's the only issue I have of this series, but I was like, hey, it's a weird green Dracula-looking guy with, I don't know, a golem and some girls in revealing clothing. I'm trying to be careful here. What's interesting, though, is he actually cleaned and pressed it. So I grabbed that, a few other books, and while I don't like modern books, I have been enjoying this run. It's the Godzilla versus insert Marvel character here. I grabbed this for $2 also, and of course a few other things. Last one I want to show you I have 2 more random pickups. Comics and Coffee, a name you've probably heard a ton on this channel, was running a whatnot auction of horror books. And I didn't have one. It is a 3.0 because there is a rip on the top, the little dinged up on the back side of the cover, but the front of the cover still presents beautifully. This is Fear number 11 with a classic Neil Adams Man-Thing cover. And I got that for $8.51. Yeah, very happy with that purchase. And now to the Bonehead buy. And no fault of the seller whatsoever, by the way. His name is Dan R, D-A-N-R. I picked up Journey to Mystery number 96. And this is low grade. It's got a rip on the cover here, a rip on the cover here. Probably maybe, I don't know, a 1.8. And the reason I say it was a mistake, because with shipping, I paid $33.24. And, in hindsight, I'm like, I just got issue 94 and 100 for about $52 each. And they're both like 5.0. So maybe that was an anomaly. Maybe they're not regularly out there. You guys can let me know. Journey to Mystery. Early numbers like that in really good shape for $50. Maybe I just got lucky that one night. So that made me kind of look back at this book and go, maybe I shouldn't have bid on it. Who knows? I mean, with whatnot, and you're going to see it on this channel, there's going to be a lot of, man, I really scored a good one here. And then, why did I buy that? Why did I buy that? I did win a buyer's giveaway with Dan R as well. I won a absolutely beat the heck Detective Comics number 401, beat but complete. The spineware is real on this one. So it's a beat copy, but still, thank you very much. Always appreciate a giveaway. And what I appreciated even more is not only the Journey to Mystery book, but this beat Batman book. They both came in Mylars. Hey, Mylars are worth what? $1 or $2? So, thank you. Box number 2. And this was totally random. I was following another auction on a Saturday night, didn't find anything. Before I called it a night, I was like, who are these guys? And they're guys I ended up buying 2 books from. It is Starbase_1552_comics. Does that mean anything to you guys? Starbase 1552? Is that a Star Trek reference or some other? I don't know. But I got a couple slabs, and I thought I did pretty darn good. So, what's in the box part 2? Part 2. Oh, all right, there we go. I do know which 2 books are in here. Holy bubble wrap! I don't know which one's first. I'm going to guess the newer book is the one I see right now because I can see the back cover, and it would make sense that's the newer book because the toy I'm seeing I don't think existed when the first book came out. So let's see, the grade would be over here, right? So first up, this is a book that I've had before, but a beat-up copy. I want to get a better copy because I don't have one at the moment. And we've got, I did it right, I covered the grade. Really? Wow. Glad I got that on video. I don't think I could have done that again. This is Daredevil 168. This is the first appearance of Elektra. It is a nice looking copy. And it is an 8.0 with white pages. And page quality always sells me. And looking at the book, it has... Wow, I'm actually trying to figure out why it's an 8. Got a little ding on the top left corner. You guys can see that. It's a little dingy there. There's a very light ticks on the spine, which you might not be able to see those on camera. Those could be pressed out. I gotta tell you, I'm not an expert grader. This looks... Okay, wait. There's a look... All right, I see something right in the middle here. This is going to be very hard to see. Right above... There's like a indentation that probably could also be pressed out. I don't think you're going to be able to see it. There's a light, almost looks like crease going right here. But it does not break the color. And I'm wondering if that's what caused it. I mean, this is a beautiful presenting copy. I couldn't even find what was wrong with the book. I don't know if that would make it an 8.0 because it doesn't... Oh, I see what's... Oh, somebody wrote on the book. There's no writing on the book. I see a line and there's an arrow at the end. The arrow ends right over here. So somebody must have had a piece of paper on this and drew an arrow or something, and it goes across the book. Could that be pressed out? Because otherwise, this looks like it's like a 9 or 9.2. Will I crack it and press it? No, guys. This is my personal collection. I'm not into reselling or trying to make money off the comic hobby. I love comics, and I mean, this. If I didn't find that, it took me one take. I sound hyper and crazy right now. I'm very happy with the book the way it is. The next book, I wasn't planning on getting, which we could probably say about a lot of books on Whatnot or eBay or Heritage or your local comic store or at a card show or comic show, excuse me. I had just picked up a pretty beat copy of this book. Really beat copy, like a 1.5. And then I saw this. Then I looked up the price, and I was like, that's going for a lot less than I think it should be. I did it again. The sticker landed on the book again. How do I keep doing that? As you can see, this is Fantastic Four. Number 45, the first appearance of Lockjaw and the Inhumans, Black Bolt, Crystal, Karnak, and Triton. Sandman and Dragon Man make an appearance. And this is one of those things where I saw the book and I was like, there you go. 6.5. Not mega high grade, or would this be considered, I don't think it's being considered high grade at all. This is being, what, mid grade? I'm a 6.5. It's got a little light crease over here. Off-white to white pages. Slight tanning on the top right. And otherwise, a very presentable copy. I've always liked this book. I thought this was a pretty cool cover with the Fantastic Four on the bottom. Is it Jack Kirby? It's Jack Kirby. As soon as I looked at it, I'm like, this looks like Jack Kirby. Yep, it is Jack Kirby. And yeah. So I know exactly what I paid for both. So Fantastic Four. Let me get the other book. I guess this will be the thumbnail. There we go. Ooh. This was $130. This went, and I was kind of surprised. I was just kind of bidding on it like, I won't win it at this price. Shows you how much this book has come down, because during the boom, I think it would have been probably double to triple what I paid. But I got this for $182. Now, when you combine the two, there is shipping and handling and taxes, so you have to factor that in as part of your price. So the two slabs total were $341.61. Thought I did pretty good. I have high taxes in my state, by the way. So if anybody's wondering, like, whoa, taxes really went up. Yeah, taxes are expensive where I am. Alrighty, guys, that was another week of buying comics on Whatnot with many sequels in the future. Comment down below. What has been your Whatnot experience? And how do you think I did? With the raw books I showed earlier, do you think $182 is a good price on a 6.5 Fantastic Four 45? What about $130 on an 8.0 Daredevil 168? Very curious on your feedback. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and subscribe to become part of the Philobox journey, the search for more comics. Thank you, and until next time, keep on filling a box.